What's up, everybody? John Sharmiho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and we got some death metal to talk about here. Morbid, gory, bloody fucking death metal. But yeah, what we were listening to in the background: Devourment, Butcher the Week, the Blue Butcher the Week, the self-released version of Butcher the Week. This is my favorite version of Butcher the Week. Fucking love Devourment. TXDM. Alright. The first record I'm going to show you is of a band that has been making a lot of noise within the death metal underground. This band recently did a tour with Mortician earlier this year, and they're going to have their debut full-length album come out later in the year through 20 Bucks Spin. I am extremely excited to see what happens from this band in the future. This is FETID with Sentient Pile of Amorphous Rot. Yeah. This was originally released on tape in 2017 through Head Split Records, and this is the vinyl version put out through a label called Baneful Genesis Records. And to make it real quick, FETID are based out of Seattle, Washington, and this band plays a very raw, lo-fi, putrid style of death metal, very guttural vocals, very riff heavy, lots and lots of awesome stuff to be heard through this band. I mean, listening to this band live, you could tell right away that FETID are the real deal. They really know how to put on an awesome show and just be very, very wild and crazy with their style of death metal. But the 4 songs that are on this demo, Rotted, Coalescing Decay, Foul Remnants, Casket Maggot, man, absolutely sick as fuck. I love this band's approach to death metal, the lo-fi sounds, the very low, deep guttural vocals, the heavy bass tones, the riffs, the blasts, the drumming. Just a lot of creativeness going on here with this demo. And like I said, 20 Bucks Spin is going to be putting out this band's debut full-length later this year, and I really do believe that this band is going to blow up and get big and popular, and I believe this band deserves every ounce and bit of popularity and acclaim that they get. FETID are the real deal, and I can't wait to see them succeed and flourish. But anyway, here's the front cover. White backdrop. Love the artwork, love the simple lettering on here. Love the FETID logo too, very, very sick. Back cover, band member photo, track listing. And I don't know the limitation on this particular vinyl pressing. I know there was a clear blue version, but I just got a standard black vinyl. Simple side A, side B, you have the artwork here. Very, very rowdy stuff. I've been hearing that there had been some issues with people getting this particular vinyl version in the mail through the distro itself, but I was lucky enough to score a copy through Dark Descent because they had gotten in copies at the time. So it's like, fuck it, I got it through Dark Descent, so I didn't want to worry about anything. But yeah, FETID are the real deal, and if you somehow happen to come across a vinyl copy of this demo, I think it's really cool. I think you should get the tape copy too from Head Split. I think it's really, really badass. But yeah, FETID, Sentient Pile of Amorphous Rot, killer death metal demo. Next up we have some classic death metal by way of the Crypt, and I think it's about time that we all worship the ketchup skeleton. This is Deteriorate with Rotting in Hell. Yeah. This is originally released in 1993, and this is the demo. This is the reissue version through Dark Symphonies in the Crypt. Of course, Dark Symphonies put out the CD version, and the Crypt is behind the vinyl version. Dark Descent has a hand in this one too. But yeah, I don't remember if this band is from Massachusetts or Pennsylvania. I'm having a little bit of a hard time remembering where they're from, but yeah. This album is very, very important and influential in the annals of US death metal. I mean, I really love the fact that they had early artwork from Mark Riddick back in the day. And the album itself is an absolute gem to this very day. I mean, Rotting in Hell came out in 1993, and a lot of the songs that are on here still hold up perfectly almost 20 plus years later, 20 some odd years later. It's sensational. Yeah, fucking rowdy stuff. 1,000 Years of Anguish, Cannibal Autopsy, the title track, Asphyxiated Cremation. Just everything about Rotting in Hell is fantastic. I love the vocals, I love the lyrics, I love how rowdy this band sounds. This is genuine, pure death metal. And I love that they included the demos on here too, their 1992 demo and Agonized Display from 1993. Very killer demo stuff. I love the way that the Crypt handled this vinyl reissue. Everything sounds wonderful and feels really good. It's very interesting to know that later on in this band's existence that they would put out a black metal record. They would make a transition from death metal to black metal, and I think it's very rowdy that they made that sort of change in their sound. Who knows what could have been with Deteriorate, but yeah, Rotting in Hell is still this band's undisputed masterpiece. It still holds up perfectly. It's still very much an important album in the history of death metal. And if you haven't heard this album, or if you've seen that album cover art float around for years, but you haven't had a chance to listen to it, I highly recommend that you do so. So anyway, here's the front cover. Infamous album cover art. I always call it the ketchup skeleton personally, but yeah, absolutely sick as fuck. Back cover. Band members, credit track listing for the full length and the demos, the Deteriorate logo. Killer gatefold. There you see this Mark Riddick artwork on here. Very sick. Then you have lyrics for all the tracks, and then you have an interview with, yeah, this is a 2017 interview with the band. Yeah, Frank Iravante, the guitar player. Very sick interview here. Very good shit. And I believe this is limited to 500 copies, and the copy that I got, it's a double LP, so I'm not going to take out both records, but this is the translucent red vinyl. This is, of course, the record that has Rotting in Hell. Very high quality. I believe there's a Dark Descent variant that's on yellow vinyl, but I wanted to get the red variant because I believe it fits and it matches the ketchup skeleton dude on the album cover. But yeah, Deteriorate, Rotting in Hell, absolute US death metal masterpiece. Very influential and important to this very day. So yeah, check this one out. Keeping up with bloody and gory death metal, it's interesting that earlier in the week I reviewed the new gruesome album, Twisted Prayers, and I have a project from Matt Harvey to talk about here, and it's probably my favorite project of his. This is EXHUMED with Slaughter Cult. Yeah, I don't know how I moved up there, but yeah, Slaughter Cult. This is their second full-length from 2000, originally released on Relapse Records, and this is the 2017 vinyl repress through Hell's Headbangers Records. But yeah, of course, EXHUMED are based out of California, and the earliest days of EXHUMED are some of my favorite material, because we know EXHUMED now today as more of a straightforward sort of death metal band, but moving on past their demos and early material, they decided to incorporate not only their gore grind sort of sound, but incorporate a more straight up death metal approach to things. And gore metal was a really good way to get the ball rolling for them, but Slaughter Cult took things up a whole nother level. And this album, to this very day, is still absolutely fucking disgusting. Oh my god, I love Slaughter Cult so much. I mean, so many killer tracks on here. Decrepit Crescendo, This Axe Was Made to Grind, Fester Forever, Slave to the Casket, Funeral Fuck. So many killer songs on this album, and I think it all holds up very well today. Great lineup, great vocals, great lyrics. This is some really nasty and sick shit, and I think that this reissue that Hell's Headbangers put out is really top-notch and top quality, really brings out the best in what Slaughter Cult was all about. I honestly would have to say that this is probably my favorite EXHUMED release out of everything. I mean, gore metal still holds a place in my heart, and Anatomy is Destiny is cool and all, but man, You cannot go wrong with Slaughter Cult. This is such a fucking classic Exhumed album. So anyway, here's a front cover. I still don't know what the fuck is going on in this album cover art, but it's very bloody and gory and nasty. Very glossy jacket here. Back cover with track listing and credits. Very killer gatefold here with the band member lineup. Pretty much the trio of Mike Beams, Colonel Jones, and Matt Harvey. There you see all these dudes looking all bloody and gory and caveman-like. Lyrics for all the tracks, credits at the bottom, and yeah, I'm trying to see here what it says. Exhumed offers absolutely no apologies and still gives no fucking thanks. Yeah, classic Exhumed from back in the day. Yeah, it comes with this fold-out booklet here, with liner notes from Matt Harvey himself, basically talking about the experience of making Slaughter Cult, what it was like to make it then, some slight regrets nowadays, but he's still proud of this body of work. Very, very cool liner notes. And there you have this little collage of band member photos here. Very, very sick job done here. And this is a double LP, and I happened to get the original reissue of it, and this comes on a very, very gorgeous orange vinyl with red splatter. Very, very beautifully done record here. It sounds fantastic, but here's the kicker of this whole 2LP thing. Yeah, it comes with a bonus LP of rehearsal and re-recorded songs, which I think is pretty rowdy that they included that here. And it comes on a shaped record. This saw blade shaped record, which I think is absolutely sick as fuck. I don't think I've ever had a shaped record before. Maybe I do, but I don't remember. But yeah, saw blade shaped LP of rehearsal and re-recorded songs, same color as the previous record, but yeah, I think this is a very, very badass inclusion. This got a recent repress, by the way. I believe it's either the same color. I think there's like a gray with red splatter. I don't remember, but yeah, I definitely think if you are an Exhumed fan, you should get this Slaughter Cult reissue. This is absolutely sick as fuck, and I'm glad that Hell's Headbangers put it out. But yeah, Exhumed, Slaughter Cult, definitely go check this one out. Keeping up with the Hell's Headbangers stuff, we have another band that's pretty much synonymous with Hell's Headbangers and reissue stuff, and I think this is a very nice inclusion to the discography of Horror Freak Madness. This is Mortician with Zombie Massacre Live. Yeah, this is a live album compilation of material from Mortician from 2001 to 2002. From different aspects of the country, from the U.S. to the Netherlands to France to California. It's very, very rowdy stuff, and I'm saying rowdy a lot. I can't help it. It's just how I feel about all these records. But yeah, this is the live lineup of Mortician from back in the early day. It was pretty much the team of Will Romer, Roger Beaujard, and Ron Kachnik from Malignancy playing guitar. And pretty much you can tell that this band had a very unique and interesting transition from playing in the studio to playing live stuff, because Roger Beaujard sounds like an absolute maniac playing the drums. Will Romer has that really distinctive New York accent when he talks to the crowd, and then when he begins to do the low sort of growls, it's really cool to listen to him be the entertaining frontman that he is. And hearing some of these classic Mortician songs played live is really, really cool. Like Chainsaw Dismemberment, Worms, The Final Bloodbath, Driller Killer, Dr. Gore, The Bloodseekers, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Darkest Day of Horror. Absolutely cool as hell to hear some of these songs played live and have that live sort of feeling to them. But yeah, I think this is a very nifty little compilation of live material just to get a glimpse of what this band sounds like live. Of course, nowadays live, they are absolutely killing it. They are making their impact well known and heard for everybody to be known and aware of. But yeah, Mortician live seems like the real deal experience, and this double LP captures it. So anyway, here's a fun cover. Classic album cover art here. Love this design here. Very, very sick stuff. Back cover. Love this dude with the NYDM on his skull. Pretty much the skull, the mohawk, the leather jacket. Very, very sick. Track listing and credits. Gatefold. More rowdy, wild artwork. Photo collage of everybody, of Mortician playing live from all over the world. Very, very sick stuff. And like I said, this is a double LP, and this comes on a very cool merge of purple and oxblood red. Mortician records seem to have a fetish for being oxblood red a lot, but I can totally see it in this instance of being merged with purple. Very, very cool. Of course, you have side A with Will Romer, side B with Roger. Very, very cool. Yeah, Hell's Headbangers did a phenomenal job with this reissue. But yeah, if you want to know more about the history of Mortician playing live, this is a very good release to get into. Zombie Massacre Live by Mortician. Go check this one out. And these last two records are of the same artist, and when I found out that these full-length albums were getting the reissue treatment, I was absolutely stunned. I immediately bought them right away, and I fucking love Cannibal Corpse. If you guys know me, Cannibal Corpse is my favorite band. They're the band that got me into metal. I can never shut up about them. But when I found out that these albums were getting regular vinyl reissue treatments, I immediately jumped on board, and when they finally arrived to me, I was absolutely stunned with how great and how awesome these reissues turned out to be. And we're going to start off with some late 90s era Cannibal Corpse for you. This is Cannibal Corpse with Gallery of Suicide. Yeah. This is their 6th full-length album from 1998, and yeah. This really began to serve as a turning point in Cannibal Corpse's existence because I believe Rob Barrett had left the band past Vile, and then we got Pat O'Brien playing guitar, who of course is in the band currently to this very day. But yeah, Gallery of Suicide, I believe, is an amazing Cannibal Corpse record to this very day, and there are so many crazy, crazy songs on here that still get played and still get listened to this very day. I mean, I Will Kill You, Disposal of the Body, Blood-Drenched Execution, one of my all-time favorite Cannibal Corpse songs with From Skin to Liquid, probably the best instrumental this band has ever done. And then, of course, you have tracks like Stabbed in the Throat, Chambers of Blood, Centuries of Torment, Every Bone Broken. I mean, just some really underrated songs to be heard on this Cannibal Corpse record that I think don't get enough love and attention. But I think this album is very awesome. I love Corpse Grinder's vocals on here. I love the lyrics being written. I love the riffs. I love the drumming. This is pretty much a Cannibal Corpse record done the way Cannibal Corpse knew how to do it. But I think Gallery of Suicide still holds up very, very nicely, being almost 20 years later. I fucking love Gallery of Suicide, and yeah. Anyway, here's the front cover. This was originally put out on vinyl once a while ago through Back on Black, and of course they came out with the picture disc version, but this is a standard vinyl reissue. This is the original album cover art in its uncensored glory. Fucking love the Gallery of Suicide album cover. Back cover with track listings, the band members in question. Comes with a lyric sheet with lyrics for all of the songs on here, which is a very nice touch. And it also comes with a large fold-out poster. It's a double-sided poster. You're going to get artwork for the original album cover art on this side, which is a very nice little touch. And on the opposite side, you have the alternate album cover, which is, of course, of the castle in which these fine folks are being taken care of inside. Yeah. I mean, I love the alternate cover, but obviously I prefer the gory stuff myself personally. And this vinyl reissue is limited to 200 copies, and of course these are the imports, and they come on these super cool metal blade inner sleeves. And I have number 174 out of 200, and this is on a very gorgeous... Yeah, this is the ochre clay variant. Yeah, very, very beautiful color. It's like a marbled color vinyl. I mean, you have to see it in person to believe it. It's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, gorgeous vinyl color, and the sound quality is amazing. They really outdid themselves here with this vinyl pressing and the sound quality and everything. It is beautiful. But yeah, Gallery of Suicide, a really awesome Cannibal Corpse record, in my humble opinion. And continuing on with Cannibal Corpse, we have the last record to show in this video, and quite interestingly enough, this is my favorite album out of everything that involves George Corpse Grinder Fisher. Yeah, once again, this is Cannibal Corpse with Bloodthirst. Yeah, the 7th Cannibal Corpse album from 1999, and yeah, this is really where I feel the best material of the Corpse Grinder era shows up to itself here. I think this is a very, very killer record in the form of production, in quality, in sound and style and substance, in lyrics and quality. This is a really, really killer Cannibal Corpse record. I mean, more songs that you're probably best acquainted and familiar with, like Pounded into Dust, Unleashing the Bloodthirsty, The Spine Splitter, Raped by the Beast, Blowtorch Slaughter, Sickening Metamorphosis. Some absolutely memorable songs here on Bloodthirst, and here with this album you get more of the great, great instrumentation that this band knows how to do. Lots and lots of awesome riffs and solos, more of Pat O'Brien and Jack Owen doing their things. The bass work on here is fluid and well established. Corpse Grinder's vocals sound awesome. I love his highs, his lows, his gutturals. He just knows how to be diverse on this record, and I really do think this is one of his best vocal performances, period. I fucking love Bloodthirst so much, but yeah, I'm very happy to see this vinyl version get a press. Of course, yeah, of course, Black on Black did the vinyl version a long, long time ago, and of course you have the picture disc version, but I believe this is the definitive vinyl version to own a Bloodthirst. But anyway, here's the front cover. Very legendary album cover art here, very manga inspired. Very, very crazy creature stuff going on here. Back cover with the track listing, the band member photo, classic band member photo. There you have the alternate artwork appearing on the opposite side of this. Same as the previous reissue, you have a lyric sheet with lyrics for all the songs and credits and questions and everything. And then you have another dual-sided poster of the album cover art, which I think is a very nice touch. There you see the original album cover for Bloodthirst right here in its uncensored glory. And on the opposite side you have the alternate cover for Bloodthirst, which I'm a big fan of. I love this album cover too. Very, very beautiful anime, manga inspired stuff that Vince Locke did. Very, very badass stuff. And this vinyl record is also limited to 200 copies, and it is the copy that I have is number 169 out of 200, and this is on a skin-colored vinyl, which is fucking sexy as fuck. It's like a red and white marbling, but I believe, of course, if you merge red and white together, you get like a pink sort of color, and I think this vinyl color fits perfectly. It's gorgeous to look at. It even sounds beautiful too. Yeah, of course this is side A. Side B here. I mean, you have to see it to believe it in order to fully grasp how badass this is. I'm anxious to see if any other Cannibal Corpse reissues will get this sort of deluxe treatment. I'd love to see something happen for Gore Obsessed or the Wretched Spawn. I mean, I love the Wretched Spawn, but I'd love to have a nicer version of that if the opportunity presented itself. But yeah, these Cannibal Corpse reissues are fucking sick. I'm very pleased to own them. But yeah, Bloodthirst, my favorite album of the Corpse Grinder discography so far. But yeah, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some links to some of the bands I talked to you about here. If you happen to have heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Ho out.